You may have often heard the common belief that eating more eggs after the age of 60 can help prevent muscle loss and keep the body strong, but the reality is not as straightforward as it is often presented. While eggs do contain protein, they are not necessarily the most effective or highest quality source available, especially when compared to other options. In fact, many older adults are not aware that regular consumption of eggs can contribute to increased cholesterol levels in the blood. When cholesterol levels rise too high, it can begin to build up inside the arteries, causing them to narrow and become less flexible. Over time, this can restrict healthy blood flow and significantly increase the risk of serious conditions such as heart attacks and strokes. This concern becomes even more important for individuals over 60, as the cardiovascular system is already more vulnerable with age. According to data associated with organizations like the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, eggs do not even rank among the top sources of protein when measured per 100 grams of food. There are actually many other protein-rich options, both animal-based and plant-based, that provide higher protein content along with additional nutrients that support overall health. Despite this, eggs continue to be widely promoted as a complete or superior protein source, largely due to long-standing messaging rather than current nutritional comparisons. This has led to an outdated perception that eggs are the ultimate solution for maintaining muscle, when in reality, they are just one of many options and not necessarily the most efficient one. What makes this situation more complex is the influence of large industries that benefit from keeping this belief alive. Poultry producers, food industry lobbyists, and even certain supplement manufacturers have a financial interest in maintaining the popularity of eggs and related products. If more people, especially seniors, became aware of alternative protein sources that may offer greater benefits, they might begin to shift their spending habits. This could reduce reliance not only on eggs, but also on expensive supplements that are often marketed alongside them. As a result, the narrative around eggs continues to be reinforced, even though the broader picture of nutrition suggests there are more balanced and potentially beneficial choices available. These companies make less money when seniors choose better, cheaper, and healthier protein sources that actually work. But here's the good news. Once seniors know the truth, they can protect their heart, keep their muscles strong, and save money all at the same time. In this video, I'm going to share the top 5 little-known but tasty protein sources that most dietitians never talk about. Number 3 on the list has 5 times more protein than the same amount of eggs. And number 5, it has 10 times more protein, making it the strongest protein source in the world right now. Scientists are studying it every single day. These 5 foods can help lower your risk of muscle loss, strokes, and heart problems. And you can start seeing results in less than a month. You'll definitely want to stay until the end because what I reveal could truly change your health. Now you might be asking, who is this guy and why should I listen to him? My name is Dr. Alan Mandell. I've been a doctor for over 25 years, focusing on senior health, muscle strength, and nutrition. I've helped thousands of people regain their energy and strength with these exact foods. I've seen incredible results, and now I want to share them with you too. So let's make this personal. Comment below with your age and where you're watching from. I'll be reading and replying to your questions myself. And if this video is already opening your eyes, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my next muscle strengthening tips. I've also created a 30-day muscle recovery meal plan that includes all of these powerful protein foods. You can find the link to it in the pinned comment below. All right, let's get started. Protein source number 1, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds may be small and flat, but they are loaded with protein. Just 100 gram of pumpkin seeds gives you around 30 to 35 gram of protein, more than double what you get from the same amount of eggs, which only give about 13 g. But it doesn't stop there. Pumpkin seeds are also packed with magnesium, zinc, iron, phosphorus, manganese, healthy fats, fiber, tryptophan, antioxidants, and B vitamins. Together, these nutrients support strong muscles, steady blood pressure, a healthy immune system, better sleep, and less inflammation. For older adults, this is huge. Pumpkin seeds help keep muscle mass, improve recovery, and reduce joint and body aches. In fact, a large study in the U.S. showed that over 45% of seniors suffer from muscle loss, also called sarcopenia. The same study found that adding more plant-based protein, like the kind found in pumpkin seeds, was linked to better strength and performance. Take Walter, for example. He's 76 and lives in Helena, Montana. For decades, Walter worked as a park ranger, leading tours and teaching kids about nature. Even after retiring, he stayed busy volunteering at a local school twice a week. But after following his dietitian's advice to eat 4 to 6 eggs a day, he noticed his body getting weaker and thinner. When he finally went to the hospital, tests revealed something surprising. He was already showing signs of muscle loss. At the clinic, the nutrition team looked at Walter's diet. They explained kindly that while eggs are okay, they aren't the best or most efficient protein source for someone his age. Instead, they suggested he start adding pumpkin seeds to his meals. Walter gave it a try. After 8 weeks, he went back for a checkup, and the results were amazing. His cholesterol had dropped, his inflammation was down, and his muscle mass had gone up. He felt more energetic, walked more easily, and got back to enjoying the things he loved, like gardening and leading nature hikes for kids. For seniors, just a handful of pumpkin seeds a day, about 28 g, can make a difference. They're easy to use too. For breakfast, blend pumpkin seeds, yogurt, berries, banana, and milk until smooth. Pour into a bowl and top with 1 tablespoon pumpkin seeds, a few fresh berries, and a sprinkle of oats. This would get you 25 green protein, magnesium for muscle contraction, and antioxidants for recovery. For lunch, bake a salmon fillet brushed with olive oil, garlic powder, and black pepper. Then press crushed pumpkin seeds on top to form a crust. Serve with cooked quinoa and steamed spinach, and squeeze a little lemon juice over everything. This would get you 40 green protein, omega-3 fatty acids for joint health, zinc for immune support, and iron for better oxygen flow to muscles. For dinner, grill or bake chicken breasts seasoned with olive oil, oregano, and pepper. Then slice and top with a homemade pesto made from pumpkin seeds, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, and basil. Serve alongside roasted zucchini, bell peppers, and carrots. This would get you 45 gram protein, magnesium, and healthy fats for muscle recovery, and vitamins from colorful vegetables to reduce inflammation. Now let's move on to the next protein source. This one is probably sitting in your kitchen right now, and you might not realize it's one of the healthiest proteins for seniors. Protein source number 2, tempeh. Tempeh is a firm cake-like food made from fermented soybeans. It has a mild nutty taste and a chewy texture that makes it very satisfying to eat. Just 100 jar of tempeh gives you about 19 to 21 jar of protein, which is 6 to 8 jars more than the same amount of eggs. But the benefits don't stop at protein. Tempeh is also full of important nutrients like riboflavin, niacin, magnesium, phosphorus, and manganese. Plus, it provides iron, calcium, B vitamins, fiber, and probiotics from the fermentation process, all of which support healthy muscles, bones, digestion, and overall strength. For seniors, tempeh is especially powerful because it's a complete protein, meaning it has all the amino acids your body needs to repair and build muscle. Research shows that adding tempeh to the diet can help older adults with muscle loss, sarcopenia, not only keep their strength, but sometimes even regain it. In one study, older women saw big improvements in hand grip strength, leg power, and muscle size in just 12 weeks. Let's look at Martha's story. Martha is 72 and lives in Savannah, Georgia. She spent most of her life as a school librarian and enjoyed simple hobbies like gardening, baking, and walking to the town square on Sundays. Her dietitian once told her to eat at least 5 eggs every day to keep her muscles strong. She trusted that advice and followed it for years. But one night, Martha had a stroke while home alone. She couldn't reach the phone, and hours passed before a neighbor realized something was wrong and called for help. At the hospital, doctors ran tests. They found her muscle mass had dropped a lot and her cholesterol levels were too high. Martha was shocked. She thought she had been doing everything right. That's when she met a new specialist. He explained that while eggs aren't bad, they aren't the most efficient protein source for seniors. He introduced her to Tempeh, a fermented soybean food full of complete protein, fiber, and key nutrients. He told her that Tempeh could help her rebuild muscle, lower inflammation, and boost her overall health. Martha began adding about half a cup of Tempeh to her meals 2 or 3 times a week. After just 8 weeks, she went back to the clinic for a checkup. Her blood tests looked better, her strength was returning, and she could once again carry her groceries, tend her garden, and join her church walking group. Martha says this change saved her life. She still eats eggs now and then, but she no longer depends on them as her main protein source. At her senior center, she encourages others to try Tempeh too, telling them how it gave her a second chance. For seniors wanting to use Tempeh, here's an easy tip for breakfast. Crumble Tempeh into a non-stick pan and saute with olive oil, diced onions, spinach, and a pinch of turmeric. Serve it warm over a slice of whole grain toast with 1 teaspoon of pumpkin seeds sprinkled on top. This would get you 28 green protein, probiotics for gut health, magnesium for muscle contraction, and antioxidants to lower inflammation. For lunch, steam Tempeh for 10 minutes, then cube and toss it in soy sauce, garlic, and paprika. Roast until golden and serve over a bowl of cooked quinoa and roasted broccoli, zucchini, and carrots with a handful of fresh greens. This would get you 32 green protein, fiber for digestion, complete amino acids for muscle repair, and iron for better energy. For dinner, marinate Tempeh slices in lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, and herbs. Then grill or bake until lightly crispy. Serve with a side of brown rice and steamed green beans topped with a spoonful of sesame seeds. This would get you 35 grams protein, probiotics for recovery, calcium and magnesium for bone strength, and vitamins to support healthy aging. Now let's look at the next protein source. It's often overlooked, but it actually has twice as much protein as eggs. Protein source number 3, Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese packs about 32 to 36 grain of protein per 100 grain, which is more than double the 13 grain in the same amount of eggs, but it doesn't stop there. Parmesan is also rich in calcium, phosphorus, zinc, magnesium, vitamin A and B vitamins. Even better, it's almost completely lactose-free, so seniors who can't handle regular milk often digest it easily. Parmesan also contains casein, a high-quality protein that your body absorbs slowly, and probiotics that help with digestion and immune health. For seniors, this means stronger muscles and bones thanks to the mix of complete protein and calcium. In fact, a recent clinical trial with older adults at risk of muscle loss found that adding cheese to their diet boosted both muscle mass and strength, helping them fight age-related decline. Take Harold, for example. He's 81 and lives in Rochester, New York. Harold spent most of his life as a piano teacher, giving lessons from his cozy home studio and volunteering at the local community center to help kids learn music. Music was everything to him. But over the past year, Harold began feeling weaker. He couldn't stand for long during lessons and spent more time sitting. He thought it was just part of aging. Then one day, while trying to lift a heavy stack of music books, he felt a sharp pain in his lower back and nearly collapsed. At the clinic, doctors discovered he had serious muscle loss and early signs of bone thinning. His diet was healthy in many ways, but it lacked enough high-quality protein. He had also cut back on dairy because of mild sensitivity, not realizing that some cheeses like Parmesan are low in lactose and packed with nutrients. A clinic nutritionist suggested he start adding small servings of Parmesan cheese each day. After just 3 weeks, Harold noticed a big difference. He could stand longer during lessons. His hands felt steadier on the piano keys. And he even started taking morning walks again, something he hadn't done in months. For seniors, using Parmesan is easy. For breakfast, scramble 2 eggs with a handful of spinach. Then top with 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese and serve with a slice of whole grain toast. This would get you 27 grain protein, calcium for bone strength, and B vitamins to support energy and brain health. For lunch, toss cooked whole grain pasta with olive oil. roasted vegetables like zucchini and bell peppers, and 3 TSP of shaved Parmesan. Add a side of mixed greens with lemon dressing. This would get you 30-gram protein, calcium, and phosphorus for strong bones, and antioxidants from vegetables to fight inflammation. For dinner, bake skinless chicken breast seasoned with herbs and serve with steamed green beans and sweet potato wedges. Sprinkle 3 teaspoons of Parmesan over the chicken and vegetables before serving. This would get you 40,042-gram protein, highly digestible casein protein for muscle repair, and probiotics to support digestion and immunity. We're now down to the top 2 protein sources on our list. But before we continue, let me ask you, what's your biggest struggle with keeping muscle as you age? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss my daily tips. You can also grab my meal plan in the description below. It gives you the exact steps to start seeing results this week. Protein source number 4, cooked chicken breast. Chicken breast is another powerhouse protein. Just 100 grams of cooked chicken breast gives about 32 grams of protein, more than double the 13 grams found in the same amount of eggs. Beyond protein, chicken breast provides vitamin B6, vitamin B12, choline, selenium, and niacin. These nutrients support metabolism, brain health, joint function, and the immune system. Its lean, easy to digest protein makes it an excellent choice for seniors. For older adults, chicken breast helps maintain muscle, lowers the risk of sarcopenia, and speeds recovery after illness or injury. In one study, elderly women who ate boiled chicken breast 3 times a week while doing resistance training gained much more strength and lean muscle than those who only exercised or only ate chicken. Take Gloria, for example. She's 79 and lives in Boise, Idaho. Gloria worked as a school counselor and even after retiring gave her time to a nonprofit that mentored teenage girls. But as the years passed, she began to slow down. Climbing stairs became difficult, her hands shook while carrying groceries, and she started skipping volunteer meetings out of embarrassment over her fatigue. Then one afternoon on her way home from the food pantry where she volunteered, Gloria lost her balance and fell. At the hospital, her doctor explained that the fall was likely linked to severe muscle loss caused by not getting enough protein in her diet. At the clinic, tests showed that Gloria's muscle mass had dropped a lot, and her body wasn't getting the protein it needed to recover from even small amounts of stress. She had always believed that fruits, vegetables, and a few eggs here and there were enough to stay healthy. She didn't realize how important protein really was, especially at her age. The clinic's nutritionist explained that older adults actually need more protein than most people think. She recommended that Gloria start eating lean chicken breast regularly. Gloria agreed and began with small steps. 6 weeks later, Gloria felt like herself again. Her energy was back. She could walk farther, stand taller, and laugh more often. She returned to her mentoring sessions and even hosted a wellness talk at the community center. She shared her story with the young girls she worked with, telling them how she had overlooked her body's need for protein and how something as simple as adding chicken breast to her meals had changed everything. One of the girls, whose grandmother was dealing with the same struggles, went home and told her family about what she had learned from Miss Gloria. That moment brought tears to Gloria's eyes. She realized her recovery wasn't just helping her, it was inspiring others too. For seniors, the best way to use chicken for breakfast: dice leftover cooked chicken breast and warm it in a pan with olive oil, spinach, and diced tomatoes. Fold it into an omelet and top with a spoonful of Parmesan cheese. This would get you 32 grams of protein, B vitamins for energy, and calcium for bone support. For lunch, grill 120 grams of chicken breast seasoned with lemon and black pepper. Then slice and serve over a quinoa and roasted vegetable salad with a drizzle of olive oil. This would get you 38 grams protein, selenium for immune health, and fiber from vegetables to aid digestion. For dinner, bake chicken breast with garlic and oregano, then serve with steamed broccoli and a small baked sweet potato. Add a spoonful of pumpkin seeds on top for crunch. This would get you 40-gram protein, lean protein for muscle repair, magnesium for recovery, and slow-release carbs for lasting energy. When combined with 2 to 3 resistance training sessions per week, such as bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or lightweight lifting, the overall benefits become even more powerful. This combination helps the body recover more efficiently, stimulates muscle repair at a deeper level, and supports steady improvements in strength over time. For older adults in particular, this pairing can play a key role in maintaining independence, as it supports better mobility, more stable energy levels, and improved physical resilience in daily life. Adding chicken breast in this context is often highlighted because it provides high-quality protein that helps maintain lean muscle mass. When paired with consistent strength training, it can contribute to better metabolism, improved physical endurance, and even support cognitive health by keeping the body's systems more active and well-nourished. Over time, this can help reduce feelings of fatigue, support healthier aging, and allow seniors to remain more active and self-reliant for longer periods. Now, moving to the final and most surprising protein source on today's list, one that many people do not expect. Protein source number 5, spirulina. Spirulina is a type of blue-green algae that is often considered a nutrient-dense superfood due to its exceptionally rich composition. On a dry weight basis, it contains roughly 60 to 70% protein, which translates to about 57 grams of protein per 100 grams. That amount is significantly higher than many common protein sources, including eggs when compared by weight. Beyond its protein content, spirulina also provides a wide range of essential amino acids, B vitamins, and potent antioxidants that contribute to overall cellular health. These nutrients work together to support several important functions in the body. They help strengthen immune defenses, promote heart health, reduce internal inflammation, and protect cells from oxidative stress and everyday damage. For older adults, spirulina is often described as a highly usable plant-based protein because it is easy to digest and efficiently absorbed by the body. Some research involving older participants has shown that consistent intake, such as around 8 grams per day over a period of several weeks, may lead to noticeable improvements in antioxidant activity, immune response, and cholesterol balance. While results can vary from person to person, these findings highlight its potential role in supporting healthier aging. Take Leonard, for example. He is 74 years old and lives in Flagstaff, Arizona. Leonard spent most of his career as a high school science teacher, inspiring students with lessons about biology and the natural world. After retirement, he stayed active by tutoring underprivileged students and hosting evening stargazing sessions at a local observatory, sharing his passion for astronomy with his community. However, as the years passed, he began to notice gradual changes in his body. His energy levels declined, and simple physical tasks started to feel more demanding. Climbing stairs left him noticeably short of breath, and even holding his telescope steady for long periods became uncomfortable as his arms tired more quickly than before. This could be the missing piece you've been waiting for. Oh, and before you go, I've created a full 30-day muscle recovery meal plan that shows you exactly how to use these vegetables in easy, tasty meals. It comes with shopping lists, prep tips, and meal timing to get the best results. Grab it using the link in the comments below. See you in the next